enjoy. It just gets so boring to me because it's just like, oh, jump, get little bubble, jump,
Yeah. Well,
pull lever.
I mean, it's not like one of those where it's like you sit down, you play for an hour. It's one that you sit down, you play a couple games. You're like, okay, this is fun, and then you go on, but you keep coming back to it, or at least I did.
See, I didn't. I played it like 3 times and I never touched the thing again.
That's pretty cool. I have to admit, that's pretty badass. But,
and actually, there's a comment here that I want to read because this one's not pretty cool.
God, this thing is not done. Look at this.
Yeah, it has so much shit in it. Like, I was like,
shit.
oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Holy shit. I knew it was blue
like,
screen.
It would be cool if someone
That's ridiculous. That's freaking awesome.
If someone only made that game, that little game, I have no idea what this game is, but if someone just made that little shooting game, people would still be like, this is amazing, but it's a shooting game.
Fatal error.
That was
That's
pretty
awesome.
badass.
It's like they even added the blue screen death.
That's really cool.
System for cheap how. That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. I will give it that. It got me there. That's pretty fucking cool.
No signal.
So where the hell is Raji? Anybody know?
He just fucking
I don't
disappears
know.
all the time.
Yeah,
You know
probably.
him. We'll just be talking. We'll be talking. We won't really be talking like.
No, he went
And then as
offline.
soon as we want to say something to him, he'll disappear.
Well,
That's how Raji rolls.
I don't know what happened to him, but anyway, moving on.
Dodgy roll.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for what you've been waiting for. It's time to announce the game of the year. Let's just go ahead and get it over with. Alright, guys, so the game of the year... Oh, wait, no, we're not going to do that shit. Anyway! Everybody's like, what the hell?
Oh wait, Raji's in chat.
Oh, Raji's back. So...
I don't know, something.
Anyway, alright, so we're gonna get Mike in the call here. Alright. Sam, what? Are you tired?
He's sick for it. Sorry.
I'm sick for it.
Alright. Anyway, you're just in time. So we're going to go ahead and get to... so what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into genres. Like, genre of, let's see, best, action-adventure game, best... what else is there? I have the list in front of me and I do not want to look, but I'm going to have to look. Best
action,
platformer.
adventure, driving, platformer, puzzle game, rhythm, music, RPG, shooter, sports, strategy, indie, letdown, and then year.
So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the first one. So what we're going to do is we're going to explain, like, why this is our game for that genre. So, what in the world is going on?
I don't know. He's hot.
Like, what? So, go ahead and get into best action and adventure game.
Woo!
Alright.
Hell yeah.
So, for my game of the year for best action and adventure game, it's going to be Heavy Rain. I thought Heavy Rain...
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yes, you got it. Damn it. Now, Heavy Rain by far is one of the best games that I've played. That it's really weird because you can't really it's like, I don't know how to explain how many times I felt like whenever there was like there's a climbing up the steps part where you're trying to get away from the killer and you're like, oh shit, you gotta hurry, then you're fucking slipping and shit. I was going absolutely crazy. I've never cared so much about having all my characters alive through the whole thing. And
Okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and jump in. I don't want to jump in on you, but I also chose my favorite game is that.
yeah,
And it's just like, it's one of those things where like, you're playing and you're getting so into it, like you're standing like on the couch, like, oh god.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy shit. Crazy shit.
Like, you miss a button, you want to shoot yourself because you're like, why did that? No, I said circle, not square.
Dude, there's there's one point in that game where you're like, it was a dream, and you're like, holy shit, I did not expect it to be a dream.
Off that it was a dream, but
that's fucking awesome. So we're gonna go hand it over to Sam. Sam, what is your action adventure game of the year?
Mine's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Really? And why is that?
Yeah, it's I love the Assassin's Creed series, but they've never been really action game of the year potential until this one, because you add in probably one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever played. So.
Oh really? I didn't know they had multiplayer in it.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, it's a what it is you pick from a list of characters at the beginning, and then it populates a big section of the city with those characters. And the key to the game is you get targets, and it shows you their picture. But there's like millions of a million versions of the players that are playing, and only one of them is really the player. So the key is to weed out who's the player and not an NPC, and then kill them before they kill you. And it's 8 player. So,
like it sounds pretty badass. There's a game kind of like, it's not exactly like it, but it's kind of like it's called Spy Party. And so what you do is you're a spy, like a sniper, and one person is the spy, and you're looking through a window as a sniper, and you're trying to figure out which one of the NPCs is the spy, an actual person. And so that person's trying to mimic everything, to not look human at all. And it's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. So. Alright.
Yep. You really want to like hop on the buildings and all that stuff and just run and kill people, but you can't because you'll give yourself away.
Which is freaking amazing sounding. I'm going to have to play it whenever you get here to test it out. And if it's...
One thing that always kind of pissed me off about Assassin's Creed is I wish they would just have a mode where, like, there's nobody, like, to annoy you. It's just you and then the city. You can just run around and do whatever you want.
That's called, shit. Damn it, I just had it. I can't think of where you're the bitch running on top of buildings. What the...
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge. Why can I not think of that? I kept wanting to say what you were talking about in the chat, like Indigo Prophecies. Yeah, that's what it is, Indigo Prophecies. For some reason, I kept looking at that. Alright, Wolfie, what is your best action-adventure game of the year?
My best action-adventure game of the year is God of War 3.
Now, why did this get the award for you?
Beginning to end, it was nothing short of being the best of the best. A final
Did you just hold up Mirror's Edge?
Yes, I did.
I just bought that literally an hour ago.
That's scary.
It's my favorite game, maybe ever.
I still have my the backpack that you can get left in the game. Like they were giving those out for people who who reserved the game, right? And I got one from the GameStop I went to.
That's
amazing.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, but
okay, continue.
But yeah. Okay, but yeah, God of War beginning to end, just the freaking beginning of it was nothing short of breathtaking. It was everything that you wanted, like, because everybody knows, like, when it comes to sequels for games, you're like, oh my god, it's terrible. Not God of War, not especially God of War 3. It brung it. It pushed the PS3 to the limits, and in terms of graphic quality, in terms of storyline, in terms of music, the music was just crazy as hell.
Yeah, dude, I agree with that.
Like, oh, look out, the PS3 can't take much more story.
I know, right? But yeah, that's the reason why I thought it was the best action-adventure game of the year.
Awesome. We're going to go to... Let's see here. It's going to be Raji. Raji, what is yours?
Red Dead Redemption.
Now, why did this get best action-adventure game for you?
Alright, so out of this whole year, if I had PS3, I would probably say otherwise, but the story of Red Dead Redemption, in my opinion, probably, it's one of those Rockstar gifts, I think. They just know how to deliver a story into a game like this. It's very original. It's original with the next-gen consoles. So it's. I haven't beat it yet. I have played it to close to the end, and I loved it. Multiplayer is awesome. A lot of trash talk on them.
The DLC, man, my God, the DLCs for that.
Yeah, this thing is pumped.
Absolutely
DLC.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So, by the way, we're also giving somebody else a moderator that's been with us forever. He is voiceless, but yet still talks. Is Darksoft. Darksoft gave his action adventure game of the year to Monster Hunter Tri. So that's I'm gonna play it. I've seen it played, and I want that damn game so bad, like so.
The other
bad.
Monster Hunter games are fun.
So bad, I want it. All right, we're moving on to the next category. Next category is the best driving game. Now, this is freaking awesome. I'm glad that this is actually a category. So I'm going to go ahead and start it off for a game that I waited for fucking ever. And I'm giving it to Gran Turismo 5. Gran Turismo 5 is one of the best racing games I have played. Now, not stating the fact of a lot of people were bitching about, even I bitched about it, was saying, my biggest flaw with this game is that you don't have all, like, in-car views for every car. Well, they stated now that they're going to start doing the packs of DLC packs that you don't have to pay for, where you can go through and, like, I think every month they're planning to do monthly updates on it, to those cars having in-game car view, which is absolutely fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Sam, what did you pick for your driving game of the year?
Same thing, because it's the only one I played.
Me too. So that's what I picked.
And Luke was the same thing. Luke,
I almost played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, but almost.
Well,
GT5 is pretty.
yeah,
That's
great. It has this great music, doesn't it?
it's pretty. No,
it has the worst music I've ever heard.
fuck the piano porn. The piano porn makes me mad. I turned that shit off. I got rid of that shit completely. So
Yeah, that's just some old porn music that they took from some old porn. That's the worst music I've ever heard.
It's like it's Wii Sports music.
oh, it's worse
It's
than
worse
Wii
than that.
Sports.
No.
Soundtrack is not one of those things. Like when you're driving, you're actually cool with it, but like,
When you're going through the menus, and it's like do 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 do.
Yeah, I'm never cool with it. Even when driving, it's still terrible.
yeah, I turn the shit off. I just listen to Pandora and then say, all right, cool. There's my in-game music. So going over to Raji. Raji, what is your best?
Skip
What?
me. I'll come back.
Skip you.
No, let's see.
All right,
Best driving game for Raji.
Wolfie, what is your best driving game?
Hell yeah, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Now what sells this to you?
Let me tell you what sold this to me. Knowing that I can drive around as a cop and piss off people who just tuned the hell out of their car with all that fucking money, only to end up getting all that shit torn up. Hell yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
If
It gets
helps,
the
I really
awesome
wanted to
ranking
play
and
this.
stuff. Hell yeah.
You wanted to play it so bad that you bought the old version. That's
I
how
bought the
bad
wrong
that you wanted it. Alright, Raji, and your top best driving game.
Split Second.
Now, why is it Split Second your top driving game?
Because I didn't get to play Hot Pursuit, and I played Blur, and I played Split Second, and Blur sucks balls.
That was the other game I was trying to think of. I was like, well, you got Blur, and I could not think of it there for a long time.
So, Split
Is Blur the one where
Second
it's like
gets
it's
my vote. Power ups.
Blur?
Yeah, you get,
It seemed like it was more of the power ups than driving.
yes.
It was like more rockets and fighting than actual driving.
It
So
was
really
still
annoying.
fun, but in the end, it was Split Second.
All right. Well, that gets us into the next category of best platformer. This is a really hard one for me